by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
We're talking UNI Panther volleyball as we recap the 2023 season as the UNI Panthers made their 25th NCAA Tournament in program history, the 17th underneath head coach Bobbi Petersen. Bobbi, always a successful year when you get to that NCAA Tournament. How did you see this team grow from fall back in August all the way to November?
Yeah, and I think, the biggest part of that, Brad, is the growth from January. So we talk about a lot of what goes into what happens in the fall starts in January and that growth. And I think one of the biggest things with our team is we're always trying to get better on the court, obviously, but I think we've really bought into some of the intangible things, having an edge. What's our edge going to be? And I think this group has really bought into our edge is going to be the chemistry that we have, the love that we have for each other, the relationships that we build so we can have that trust on the court. And it takes work. It doesn't just happen. So back in January, that's where it starts. But it was fun to see that development as well as some of the on-court things that we got better at throughout the year.
On the court, your Panthers, 26 wins. You go 18-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference. You're winning the Missouri Valley Conference tournament for the second year in a row. That non-conference, though, really, you always talk about it setting you up for the Valley. You had 5 teams that you faced this year in the NCAA tournament. I know another 4 that were in the NIVC. Seeing some postseason play, a few of those Valley teams, but what did you see in that non-conference? Challenged your kids and they responded and were ready for that conference tournament.
For sure, and that, that's what we do. We try to schedule tough, and part of that's to try to have an opportunity at large bid, but also a part of it is to put ourselves in situations that we know will help us in the conference. And I think throughout that non-conference season, we were put in about every situation we could have imagined, whether it was against certain teams or just being up and having to fight off a team that came back or being down, and just lots of different situations that you hope for during that preseason time. And it's just I'm just really proud of our team because you also don't know when you're getting a little bit beat up against some of the teams how their response is going to be, and they have to really take it as we're just trying to get better each time we step on the court, a little bit better at something, and take away things from that and know that it's for the conference season and we want to be our best when it comes to that time.
When you went through that Missouri Valley Conference season, unbeaten 18-0 at the end of the year, Taylor Alden was named the Valley Setter of the Year. What kind of growth did you see from her, and then just the leadership that she was able to provide this year?
Yeah, well, as a player, just her skills, and she's that attacker setter, so she just provides so much that opens up so much for our offense. But I think just her setter mentality and who to set and when, and being able to evaluate the other side's defense as well as what her team's doing on her side. It takes a lot to be able to do that and develop that. And then the leadership, if you watch her play, she is just the same all the time. We could be down, we could be up. She's going to be that steady Eddie. She gets excited, obviously, but you can always look at her to be the same. And I think when you have people that are kind of like this, it's good to have someone out the court, especially that's running your offense, that you can just look to and be calm and help calm you down.
Alden was also named to the Valley All-Tournament team, joining her on the All-Tournament team, and was second team All-Conference at the end of the year. Kira Fallert, she was an outstanding attacker for you. What have you seen from her as she continues to grow, it seems, year after year?
Yeah, Kira is the kid that I look at her, she has the most workload on our team, and she's in for every single point of every match, and she does everything. And so she has found the ability now to not let one part of her game affect other parts of her game. So if she's struggling in something, she's going to pick it up somewhere else, where I think over the last 2 years, it kind of fell into other parts of her game. And so she's just, as an attacker, she's become somebody that's found a lot of different ways to score. She's not going to just stay with the same shot. She's probably our best passer on our team, so can take up a lot of space. And then defensively has worked hard to make some improvements as well.
That does it. Excellent job defensively and offensively. Plenty more coming up here on the UNI Panther volleyball team as we recap the 2023 season.
The Strategic Play of the Week, brought to you by Strategic Imaging, your one-stop shop for print marketing, signage, apparel, and promotional items.